Steven Universe is the property of Cartoon Network, Rebecca Sugar, and its respective owners. Any and all footage or images have been used for the sole purpose of critique or parody, and as such are protected under fair use. Please support the official release. Hey, how are you? I'm SliceofOtaku, and recently Steven Universe and Cartoon Network have been swept up in a bit of controversy. Many people, for some reason or another, believe the network to be sabotaging Steven Universe, attempting to push it towards cancellation. And this concept itself has been created by fans of the show. And as a fan of the show, I'm here to tell you that this is nothing more than fear-mongering propaganda. The intention behind this rumor is to create a stir, getting the fans to pick up their pitchforks and fight a battle that isn't actually there. Why? Because negativity sells. Typically, people are prone to click a video based on some sort of negative notion, similar to how a content creator may be more prone to addressing negative comments rather than positive ones. And what's funny about this controversy in particular suddenly getting covered is that back in January, on the very first Roundtable After Dark, Awestruck Vox and I addressed this very concern. And I'll link that video in the description, but in this one, I'll be focusing on the various points currently being proposed. So this video is going to be broken up point by point, and timestamps to every point will be in the description.
Whoops, I dropped it and it fell out of existence.
So it's no secret that Steven Universe has been subject to quite a number of leaks recently, varying from simple information to entire episodes. And yes, this is a problem that Cartoon Network needs to get under control, but it is not a problem exclusive to Steven Universe. A number of shows airing on both Cartoon Network and Adult Swim are subject to leaks, but in the case of Steven Universe, they just so happen to matter more because it is a show with continuity. Information matters when it comes to Steven Universe, thus bringing in more attention to said leaks. If you'd like to see a case of a show becoming victim to a number of leaks and then being pushed out the door by a major television network, take a look at The Legend of Korra. I'll provide a link to an article covering it in the description, but the general gist of the situation is that Nickelodeon's Mexican affiliate accidentally leaked episodes 3 through 6 of the show's third season, leading to a large mess of confusion, spoiling major plot points for a series based on continuity, leading Nickelodeon to stop airing new episodes on television entirely, relocating the rest of the series to their website and only making things worse from there.
Is this what you wanted?
So some people are saying that Cartoon Network doesn't adequately promote the show and that the network doesn't know how to promote the show because of its sometimes mature and story-based content, which is utterly ridiculous. Whenever new episodes of Steven Universe are set to air, they receive new promotional videos. In fact, in order to promote Steven Mom 6, the network not only released a new commercial on television announcing a 5-night special event, but also released a 49-second promo video on Twitter. These two ads are different, and different for a reason. The network expressed its understanding and respect of the Steven Universe community with a more dramatic video on Twitter aimed towards the core fan base, and a more lighthearted, inviting promo on television for general audiences. Yes, it is a continuity-based show and should be watched in order, but if you watch a random episode that catches your eye, you'll want to watch from the beginning, which is exactly how I initially got into the show. And mind you, these ads are not few and far between. It's pretty much every other commercial break you'll see a Steven Universe promo leading up to a new episode. In addition, Steven Universe claims the majority of the network's social media presence. If they're not already posting about Steven Universe, fans of the series will remark something about it anyways. People follow the network just for Steven Universe.
We'll handle this one.
Alright, I had to add this bit because it seems like the overwhelming majority of fans feel like Teen Titans Go is the enemy of Steven Universe and is holding their favorite show back, when it's actually the contrary. Something I want you to recognize and remember for your own lives is that money and power are two different things. For many people, this is a difficult concept to grasp, but the two are not synonymous. One may lead to another, but they are not the same, and any good business is capable of understanding this. Teen Titans Go is profitable, the merchandise sells, and for general audiences, it's easy to digest. This is a necessity for Cartoon Network to survive, especially in the current age of the internet where piracy is a commonality and viewers are some of your greatest promoters. The network has been forced to either adapt or slowly creep towards death. By airing Teen Titans Go constantly on the channel, they are able to fulfill a great deal of their priority of money. But Steven Universe is the power portion of this equation. Steven Universe garners dedicated fans who by extension in terms of marketing are no different from dedicated fans of the network itself. Don't get it twisted, the network needs dedicated fans to survive. That's the power, and the ways in which they may utilize this power are numerous. These same diehard fans could eventually work for them or even make their next successful show. Disney has created a financial empire based on nostalgia and viewer loyalty. Without shows like Teen Titans Go bringing in the dough, the network would have no room for flexibility or be able to take chances on shows like Steven Universe. And in turn, without shows like Steven Universe, the network would be incapable of sustaining its own future or holding on to its fans.
I know what everyone is really here to see.
There's this mentality towards the people who work for Cartoon Network that is completely and utterly incorrect. They are portrayed to be a bunch of squares in suits and ties who only care about money and capitalizing on the profits of children's programming. But this is far from the case. The majority of people who work for Cartoon Network grew up with the same love and admiration for cartoons and the animation industry as you and I. They are people, and if you don't believe me, look no further than to MK Atwood. I'm lucky enough to call her my friend, and whenever she talks about working at Cartoon Network, you can just feel how happy she is. She's a big kid with a big heart that loves memes and feels right at home there because these are genuine people. They themselves adore Steven Universe and do their utmost to lead the series down a successful path, so to target them with such baseless accusations is ridiculous.
Let's open mine next.
With the beginning of this year, Steven Universe has received more official merchandise than ever before. We have a new line of pop vinyl figures, a new line of toys, an official soundtrack, and a video game being released on home consoles. These are quite clearly not the tactics of a network attempting to cancel a show.
Is this the end?
I guess so. Oh wait, there's a bunch more.
We don't have confirmation of a 6th season just yet, but new episodes of Steven Universe are still being pitched. At this point, the production of season 5 should be over, so a 6th season or some sort of continuation is likely in the works. Also, new people are still being picked up by the Crewniverse. Why would they hire new talent only to close up shop the next day?
It's over, isn't it? Isn't it? Isn't it over?
Steven Universe is a show unlike any other Cartoon Network has ever had. That, coupled with its presence in a now internet-based, expressive society, makes it a rather peculiar case to deal with. Rather than seeing the network's treatment of the show as punishment, once you take a better look, it's more like special treatment. And honestly, for the network to screw over Steven Universe, they'd have to be the most moronic, stuck in the past pinheads with no grasp on the concept of an internet presence to ever disgrace television. But lucky for us, that's not the case. And I ask that you see this conspiracy for what it is: propaganda. A simple Google search could easily reveal this. I also want to express that this video is not meant to be any sort of punishment for anyone spreading this false information, but is intended to ease the minds of anyone who may be fearful for their favorite show and deter anyone else from being sucked up in this nonsense. I definitely commend anyone who cares enough about the show to express their concerns with its survival and success, but once again, actually doing some simple research and not dismissing facts to better your own claim can go a long way. And guys, I'm asking that you share this video around so we can do as much damage control as possible. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have an awesome day. I love you.